and I go get some electricity. It's shameful, but it's not, because that's what this country has come to. It's a level of poverty where there's no middle class. It's not funny, but it's true. Okay, so what do? I get water, batteries. That's about all I can afford. And gasoline, you better get your gas quicker. I mean, you know, because you're not going nowhere without gas. That's how I prepare.
Something is wrong. Something is dangerously broken. It's not that everyone is filing bad and fraudulent claims. It's that the claims that are being decided by these people that are handpicked by insurance companies instead of jurors, people like you and me, those are all going one way because the insurance company is picking people that sees things their way and are biased.
Because what they're trying to do, they're trying to price climate change into the housing market, and as a result, we're gonna keep seeing hikes in homeowners insurance.
They give me a loan for a very attractive rate, but I decided not to take it because if we do get hit again, I couldn't be positive that I would have paid back that money I owed.
South Florida, home of good food, lifestyle, and most importantly for many, the beginning of the true American dream. But that dream can quickly turn into a nightmare.
Andrew did anything but stroll through Country Walk this morning, and the destruction he left behind has affected hundreds of South Florida families. Dorothy Schlesinger says Andrew totally destroyed her home from roof to rafters.
I've been through cancer 3 times. They said they'd take my legs or I'm going to have implants there. I took that in stride. For the first time in my life, I was absolutely frightened.
With home insurance premiums constantly rising, is it becoming more of a nightmare than a dream? I'm Carla Weirman, and this is Priced Out of Paradise. Mario Enriquez is an attorney at Ramirez Enriquez, where the firm specializes in insurance law.
Insurance in Florida is a highly regulated industry, and insurers are the ones who have the best data of what happens with respect to claims, and they're expected to give that data truthfully and honestly to the Florida financial officer, to the state legislature. What we've been learning is that Florida insurance companies are not reporting true and accurate data, but are instead cherry picking data, paying affiliates, and doing things like that to make the landscape look more bleak financially for the insurance company so they can request higher rates and charge people more money and improve their bottom lines.
Florida has gone almost 3 decades without a severe hurricane before Hurricane Andrew struck in August 1992. This disastrous hurricane forever changed the insurance landscape.
And on top of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-story building, there's a flag on a mast that is, well, it's hanging on there. I'm not exactly sure how. We'll see whether that's the white flag of surrender. Everybody has basically left the beach, the white flag blowing.
After Hurricane Andrew in 1992, hurricane insurers were not as responsive as the Florida legislature expected. And the Florida legislature put in place what are called prevailing party attorney's fees. And what that basically means is that if you have to get a lawyer because the insurance company denied or underpaid your claim, and you later get more money from the insurance company, and it's found the insurance company breached the insurance contract, then what that allows you to do is seek compensation for the costs that you have from a lawyer directly from the insurance company. So I don't have to charge my clients, I can charge the insurance company. And that's the way it was from Hurricane Andrew all the way until around 2022. So the market right now for insurance is extremely hostile. The laws have all gone on the pendulum favoring the insurance company, and it has been a travesty for people who are working very hard to pay premiums.
With private insurers like Farmers and Progressive exiting Florida, many turn to Citizens.
Citizens is a property insurance carrier that is state-run. It was created by the state legislature to act as the insurer of last resort.
However, Even Citizens is overwhelmed, leading to rate increases and pushing policyholders back into a shrinking private market.
If it's actuarially sound, rates should go down. And there should be relief, or at least in pockets of the state of Florida. And I'm against mindlessly reacting to a defined concept when things were really bad of how we define market of last resort.
They would never put any concessions that would force them to lower rates. And rates haven't lowered, they've gone up. And insurance companies have continued to say that they need to solicit these higher rates, even with better market conditions and the fact that they don't have to pay claims due to favorable legislation. So there's really no limit to insurance company greed.
Soaring property insurance keep rental prices high, despite a nationwide dip, forcing apartment owners to raise rents and pushing tenants out. We spoke with Nita Reach, who has been renting for the last 22 years.
So I bought my first house at 21. It was 1998. I was in a flood zone at that time, and I had to buy flood insurance. The premiums did keep going up, and that was almost 30 years ago. I've since then sold my house in 2003, and I've been renting ever since. The benefits of that to me, weighing the benefits of living in South Florida, the high cost of living, have to have insurance and all these other things, and worrying about storms. As a renter, I don't really need to worry about too much. I am in a flood zone, but I don't worry because my house is covered by the landlord's insurance. I have the option to buy renter's insurance to cover the inside goods of my house, but I choose not to because of the high cost of insurance. The biggest barrier for someone like me to become a new homeowner today would be credit. All the requirements that are needed, which would be a large down payment. Most of the time it's way more than 5%. Those things have changed in the last 20 years, so it makes it more complicated to even, for me, I have owned a house, but to even redo and jump in that area again, I couldn't imagine.
Ben Moko met with Franley Julian, an immigration attorney in North Miami Beach. He relays how the experiences and expectation of immigrant buyers are often different from what the standard is in their home countries.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
You too. My pleasure. Have a seat, please. In Latin America, people purchase their home and they become owners. They don't resort to a lender. So they actually own the house the moment they move in. It's their decision to decide whether they're gonna have homeowners insurance. In some countries in Latin America, homeowners insurance does not even exist. In others, it exists for perhaps 2-3% of the population. This is one. So there's some adaptation. They have to adapt when they come to the United States because this is not part of their culture. This is not the way they conduct business in their country of origin. The second aspect of it is that homeowners insurance can be a surprise for some immigrants who do not speak English, who rely on a realtor to translate documents that they're signing while they're purchasing their home, and they don't realize that homeowners insurance is gonna be a must because the lenders require homeowners insurance. So some people, some buyers, immigrant buyers, they don't know about homeowners insurance until after they've closed on the home, and then comes the time for them to make their payments, and this is when they are surprised by the requirement that they pay their homeowners insurance.
Jim Wehrman is a lifelong resident of Palmetto Bay and has weathered several hurricanes. He likened home insurance coverage in Florida to a poker game, one which the companies were winning for 25 hands straight until Hurricane Andrew hit in 1992.
In 1958 is when my family bought this house. Number of hurricanes we've been through, countless. I mean, I can remember hurricanes like Hurricane Donna, which is in 1960.
Hurricane Donna slashes up from the Caribbean into Florida. Already the killer of at least 125.
And Hurricane Andrew hit at 5:30 in the morning and did a heck of a lot of damage to Manglewood. When Andrew hit, we had 8 mango trees and 8 avocado trees, big trees. And we're down to half of that now. A normal insurance company insurance package used to cover fire, theft, and liability, and windstorm damage. After Hurricane Andrew and the major damage that was there, people started saying, well, we're only going to offer fire and theft and liability insurance. He ended up having approximately $300,000 in benefits that State Farm wrote us. Now, after that, State Farm was one of the companies that decided not to write any new policies in the state of Florida. And therefore, we got canceled.
Florida's weather will always test us, but it's not just the storms in the sky we must prepare for. It's the storms in the system, because when the cost of staying becomes greater than the cost of leaving, what happens to the dream we built here?
When you're dealing with an insurance company, if they don't honor their obligations in good faith, you're never going to be made whole.
We have flooding, which is a big problem. You have hurricanes, you have wildfire. All of these are important factors that increase our exposure to natural disasters, and this will continue to increase our premium prices in Florida.
Being a renter today, I feel I benefit more because I do not have to pay these high premiums for something that I'm not seeing any results from.
We have tried to get insurance here, and people aren't writing new policies. So, we're out of luck. I would consider leaving South Florida simply because if I go, suppose I moved up to Central Florida, I could get insurance there, but I can't get it here because we're closer to the bay, and the one storm which we had, the major storm which we had, which was Andrew, wiped out Homestead, wiped out Country Walk, wiped out the area here.
This is Florida, not the brochures, not the gated communities, but the people who keep it going. We are being squeezed out, but we are not powerless. In the face of the crisis, the question is simple. Will we fight for Florida's future or let it drift away in the tide?